Buckle up, folks. We're diving headfirst into the cinematic masterpiece that's essentially a tutorial on how not to make life choices. Picture this: a picturesque hilly road in China, where hitchhiking is apparently the local sport. A woman, whose car conveniently decides to take an early retirement, sticks out her thumb, hoping for a knight in shining armor or, in this case, a truck driver with questionable intentions. But lo and behold, our Miss China 2024 is not stupid. She avoids the trucker, convinced that this trucker is the Picasso of pervs. Enter Mr. Decent-looking man in a car, who probably moonlights as a part-time shampoo model. The girl leaps into her potential doom faster than you can say, bad decision. Surprise. The prince is no charming fellow. He's more of a serial killer with a penchant for gruesome souvenirs. In a shocking twist, he introduces her to his collection by bludgeoning her with a wrench. Well, at least she won't need a car anymore. Fast forward a few days, and we're on a bus filled with a bunch of unsuspecting folks, blissfully unaware of the horror show waiting for them. Meet Wang, the insurance agent who's more into storytelling than selling policies, and Tony, the bus driver who might be just a tad too eager to take a detour. But wait, there's more. An announcement on the radio warns about a serious accident, and all roads are blocked. Perfect timing for a detour, right? Nobody objects, because who needs logic in a horror movie? As the bus cruises through the same road of doom, our charming driver, Tony, stumbles upon a mysterious tunnel. Tony, being the expert navigator that he is, claims he's never seen it before but decides to venture into the abyss anyway. Surprise again. A random dude pops up in the middle of the dark tunnel, halting the bus. Everyone's ready to wet their pants until it turns out he's just a lost passenger. Phew! Crisis averted, or so they think. Enter Lee, the passenger who moonlights as the bus's protector, armed with a newspaper and a knife. He discovers that the mysterious man is a wanted criminal. Great. Just what this bus full of potential victims needed. A criminal hitching a ride. But hey, let's not forget about our two female characters, Sarah, the aspiring model, and Jing, the pregnant lady. Because every horror story needs a pregnant lady to up the stakes, right? Now, the bus is trapped in a tunnel longer than an infinite loop of bad decisions. Tony, finally catching on, suggests turning back. Surprise number gazillion. The entrance is nowhere to be found. It's as if the tunnel has a mind of its own, playing tricks on our unfortunate travelers. Panic ensues, and the pregnant lady finds her lost phone, which accidentally dropped near the entrance an hour ago. Spoiler alert. This tunnel is not your average, run-of-the-mill tunnel. Lee, our voice of reason, takes charge, urging everyone to calm down because nothing soothes frayed nerves like a man with a knife and a newspaper. But wait, he's not just calming, he's planning a hiking adventure. Because why not walk through a dark, possibly haunted tunnel for a few hours? Safety first, folks. He even brings a rope, because when you're lost, a good rope is like a GPS for the soul. Lee, our fearless leader in the quest for tangled ropes and hidden mysteries, decides he's the man for the job. One end of the rope in his capable hands, the other in the clutches of insurance enthusiast Wang. But the fun doesn't stop there. Enter Qian, our mysterious man who, despite the whole wanted criminal thing, wants in on this exciting expedition. Lee, being the generous soul he is, reluctantly agrees. As they stroll through the tunnel of doom, they engage in some top-notch small talk. Name reveal time. It's Qian. Work and family details? Nah, too mainstream for Qian. Oh, did I mention it gets foggy? Classic horror movie move. Passengers near the bus brace themselves for a showdown, expecting who knows what. But, surprise, it's just Lee and Qian, back at square one. Again, it's like the world's worst amusement park ride. Hold on to your hats, it gets even wackier. Wang's holding one end of the rope, right? Well, he feels a sudden tug as Qian pulls it from the other end. Logical, right? They're practically standing next to each other, but the tunnel's got other plans. It's straight, but not really. A loop-the-loop tunnel, the ultimate theme park for the lost. Realization hits, they're stuck. Lee, being the problem solver, suggests rationing their snacks. Because nothing says escape plan like dividing the last bag of chips. The men, now on a mission, leave the ladies and autistic Fang in the bus. Because exploring a creepy tunnel is clearly a man's job. Here's where it gets interesting. Only 30 minutes have passed, but the bus looks like it's been hit by a dusty hurricane. Jing wakes up, freaks out, and rallies the troops outside. The men, equally alarmed, return to find the bus in ruins. Tony, ever the responsible one, checks the food stash. Surprise again, it's all gone bad. Turns out, the tunnel not only plays with your sense of direction but also with time. A mere hour in the outside world is a week-long tunnel vacation. Talk about a time warp. But wait, there's more. They return to the bus to find a map waiting for them, dropped off by the tunnel's elusive decorator. Lee, ever the Sherlock wannabe, declares someone's playing games. Lights go out, and when they flicker back on, Lee's vanished. In his place, a bloody trail. With Lee MIA, enter Chien, the new leader of this merry band of misfits. They follow the bloody trail, break down a wall, and voila, a room filled with wanted pictures, severed hands, because why not, and a blueprint of the tunnel complex. Apparently, there are 6 separate tunnels. To escape, they must traverse them all. Chien, our newfound genius, assumes this secret room is their ticket to Tunnel Escape Part 2, the sequel. In the room we see a peculiar calendar with an eternal date, July 15th, because who needs variety in their dates? Chien, our resident detective, pulls a Houdini move and rips the calendar off, revealing a secret door. But wait, the drama doesn't stop there. As the gang clears out, the room's TV starts playing a distressing reality show, a woman trapped in a cave, because clearly this tunnel is into some weird cable package. Onward to the second tunnel. Lo and behold, the bus is back, parked like it's on repeat. Ground Zero déjà vu? Nope, just a different time zone. But who cares about time when there's a bus wrapped in barbed wire waiting for you? Safety first, people. Enter the food drama. A carton of instant noodles becomes the holy grail, but Tony, the bus driver, goes all apocalypse dictator on the group. He finds a gun, because every bus needs one, and threatens a hostile takeover of the noodle stash. Fear not, though. Sarah, the model with a heart of gold, decides to trade her dignity for noodles. Tony agrees, and they have a steamy, noodle-fueled rendezvous. Ah, romance in the face of impending doom. A true classic. But wait. Sneaky Wong tries to swipe a packet for himself. Tony, not one to share his noodle kingdom, goes all Hulk on Wong, beating him silly. Before he can finish the job, a mystery stabber enters stage left. Cue the shocked group. Murder is so not on the itinerary. Wong, though, couldn't care less, and goes searching for his dropped packet like it's the last piece of gold in the apocalypse. Then, a wild manhole appears beneath the bus, because obviously tunnels have secret doors. Down they go, into another mysterious room. Pictures, mutilated human parts, and, oh look, the drowned cave woman on TV. But who cares about that when there's a calendar to remove and another secret door to unveil? Off they go again, through the third tunnel, wetter and darker than your last blind date. The bus is there, but this time, it's a chaotic wildlife party. Rodents and snakes, oh my. Desperation strikes. Wong tries to eat a dead rotten, but instantly regrets it. Jing, our snack savior, hands him a biscuit. But surprise, Wong's got a dark side, whips out a gun, and hijacks everyone's snacks. Because manners are so last apocalypse. In a shocking revelation, Wong deduces that every secret passage pops up when someone bites the dust. Lee's disappearance led to the wall discovery, and Tony's stabbing uncovered the manhole. Now, the tyrant threatens to shoot someone to keep the escape party going. Who said tunnels were just for transportation? This one's a full-blown survival game. Our dear friend Wang has officially gone off the deep end. Chien, the voice of reason, or at least he tries to be, attempts to calm Wang down. Spoiler alert, it doesn't work. Wang, in his infinite wisdom, decides that the best way to resolve the situation is to turn innocent Jing into a sharpshooter. Move over, William Tell. We've got a new archery expert in town. But that's not enough for Wang. Oh no. He takes the twins to a nearby room for a good old-fashioned beatdown session. Fong tries to be a hero, and what does she get? A one-way ticket to bullet hell, courtesy of Wang's trigger-happy rampage. Poor Park, the autistic boy, can only sob as his sister becomes a casualty in the noodle apocalypse. Wang, in his delusional state, then sets his sights on Sarah. Strangling seems to be the theme of the day. But wait. Plot twist incoming. Someone, presumably tired of Wang's shenanigans, decides to give him a taste of his own medicine. A stab from behind. Now that's what I call poetic justice. With 2 more people dead, the remaining survivors stumble upon a secret passage. Surprise, surprise. It leads to the 4th tunnel, now with added psychedelic vibes. But oh wait, Jing goes into labor because why not? Park and Jing take a breather, while our wounded Qian and Sarah go on a field trip to investigate the bus. In a hallucinatory wonderland, Sarah starts seeing people that aren't there. Classic psychedelic experience. She steps out, stumbles upon a horror show of dead bodies, and finds a mirror. But before you can say Bloody Mary, someone comes from behind and ends her trip, permanently. Meanwhile, Qian returns to Jing, who has successfully given birth amidst the chaos. But alas, the newborn's adventure is cut short. He kicks the bucket. Cue motivational speech to keep moving forward. But shocker, Jing isn't in the mood for motivational speeches. She whips out a knife and stabs Qian. And just when you thought this movie couldn't get any crazier, Qian wakes up in what seems to be a secret compound. Forget logic. We've officially entered the Twilight Zone. But hold on to your tinfoil hats. We're about to unveil the grand conspiracy. Welcome to the military meeting of the century. Turns out the serial killer, James, from the beginning of this wild ride, has been caught. The catch? He's in a vegetative coma. And hey, there's a rumor that one of his victims, Ciara, might still be alive. But where is she? Ah, the million-dollar question. The military, in all its wisdom, decides to partner with a brain research institute. Their genius plan? Memory transfusion with James, tapping into his subconscious to find Ciara. And guess who's leading this psychedelic journey into James's mind? None other than our resident psychotherapist / action hero, Qian. Here's the kicker. Ciara is Qian's wife. Suddenly, everything falls into place, and the past events start to make sense. All the chaos, the tunnels, the hallucinations, it's all been a wild ride inside James's subconscious. Mind blown, right? But wait, there's more. Qian's mission is far from over. In a groundbreaking experiment, he managed to extract a clue from James's noodle of a brain. Ciara is apparently near the Xiang River. Now, our heroic Qian gears up for the ultimate showdown to save his wife, armed with nothing but a calendar and a determination to make sense of this topsy-turvy tunnel tale. Picture this. The clock is ticking, the rain is pouring like cats and dogs, and maybe a few elephants. And Ciara's life is on the line. Why? Because apparently caves have become the latest waterfront property, and the river is on a flooding spree. The deadline? A cool 36 hours. Quick, somebody cue the dramatic music. Qian, our fearless brain spelunker, needs to hitch another ride into James's consciousness. Why? To play detective and find out the exact spot where Ciara's playing hide-and-seek with fate. Now, cue the lone figure contemplating life, or the lack of it. It's Qian, the man of the hour. But wait, the army general swoops in for the progress report. Because when the world's at stake, you need updates, right? Qian, being the good sport he is, spills the beans about his trippy journey inside James's mind. Hold on to your calendars. July 15th, 1996, becomes the star of the show. Turns out it's not just any date. This is the date when James' both parents died. Serial killer James' daddy discovers mommy's little extracurricular activities with the driver. And bam, a Shakespearean tragedy unfolds. Stabbings, arguments, and a grand finale that defies the laws of decency. Qian's mind is blown. And who can blame him? Family reunions must have been a blast at James's place. But that's not the end of the tunnel tour. Qian spills the beans. He says that inside James's mind, he could see both the bad and good sides of him. Unfortunately, the good side didn't win in the end. The serial killer, who used to be a tunnel engineer, created a symbolic tunnel in his brain when he fell into a coma. This tunnel represented his chaotic thoughts, but it was a loop leading nowhere. When Qian entered James's brain, he aimed to guide him out of this endless loop so he could wake up from the coma. However, he didn't expect to find so many different personalities. Qian had to talk to each one to uncover clues about his wife's captivity. His new goal became finding the real culprit among these personalities and questioning them. As Qian got closer to these personalities, he learned more about them. The best one was Li, representing James's healthy and rational side. There was hope that this good personality could help James escape the loop. But Li disappeared suddenly when the tunnel lights went out, causing chaos. The second personality, Tony, started as a driver but turned violent, resembling James's own violent side. The third and fourth personalities, Wang and Sarah, mirrored James's image of his father and mother. Unfortunately, James's father was abusive, and his mother had an affair with their driver, reflected when Sarah kissed Tony for food. The fifth personality was Jing, a pregnant lady representing James's ideal mother. Despite being a good personality, it couldn't suppress his dark side and met a tragic end. The 6th and 7th personalities were twins, resembling James's childhood traits: autistic, quirky, feminine, yet talented in math and space physics. Guess what? There's a mysterious personality lurking in the shadows, the ninja of personalities, if you will. This stealthy character is responsible for the demise of Lee, Tony, and Wang. But, hey, no rush in finding out who. Let's just have another experiment. Because who doesn't love a good experiment, especially when lives are on the line? So, the next day dawns, and Qian gears up for round 2 of the mind transfusion extravaganza. It's showdown time with James, the man of many personalities, and Qian demands the 411 on Ciara's location. But James, being the drama king he is, decides to spill his insecurities instead. Mommy issues and all. Classic. As Qian navigates the twisted corridors of James's subconscious, he encounters Park, the autistic personality, who's apparently the weak link in James's mental gymnastics. But hey, Qian's on a mission, so he tries to manipulate Park for the juicy details. Cue the drama. Enter Fang, the twin sister. She stops him to say anything. Next stop, a cinema hall in James's noggin. Buckle up for a wild ride because the real puppet master behind the murders steps into the spotlight. Surprise, surprise. It's none other than Qian himself. Turns out James's brain is like a twisted carnival funhouse. The longer you stay, the more you become part of the madness. Evil Qian spills the beans. He didn't want Ciara saved, so he went all Freddy Krueger on the tunnel crew, newborn included. The tension is thicker than a peanut butter sandwich in a snowstorm. But wait, Park enters stage left, and Ciara makes a cameo. It's like a psychological circus, folks. In a nail-biting moment, Park contemplates ending Ciara's tunnel journey, but at the last second, he chickens out. The real Qian goes to the frightened boy and asks him to wake up and tell the authorities where his wife is. Surprisingly, Park agrees and leaves. What a twist. But don't get too comfy. Evil Qian whisks them away for a final showdown. It's a psychological WWE match in James's brain, folks. The battle kicks off, but just when real Qian thinks he's won, surprise, Evil Qian pulls a stunt double move. Turns out, he's the Energizer Bunny of evil. Keeps going and going. Meanwhile, outside James's subconscious, rain starts pouring, and Ciara's doing her best Titanic impression, sans the romance. Back in the mental battleground, real Qian begs for a ticket back to reality. Evil Qian laughs in his face. But hold on to your seat. Real Qian has a plan. If he does the unthinkable, Evil Qian will also die, and James can finally wake up from his mental siesta. As real Qian goes through with his master plan, Evil Qian vanishes into thin air. Cut to the hospital, where James wakes up, a changed man with a sudden urge to save Ciara from drowning. Ciara narrowly escapes becoming a permanent water feature in the tunnel aquarium. But wait, the plot twist to end all plot twists. Qian doesn't wake up. The movie wraps up with him wandering the endless tunnel, hinting that he's found a timeshare in the subconscious abyss. Because who needs closure, right?